Welcome to the Meta Report. Today I have with me Kage, Loot, and Adam COA, who's the leader of UGLA COA, which is typically the top alliance in the alliance leaderboard. And he has come into a den of owls today to talk about
Welcome.
Flash.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be back.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we've had him on. All right, guys. So today we're going to talk about Flash. I know Loot, you're pretty high on Flash. I've warmed up to him a little bit. I didn't like him that much. His rework. He is fun though. He's definitely a fun character. So let's just go around and get the initial first thoughts. Adam, have you played him at all?
No, I have not really. I've seen more video than I have had a chance to play. And the video I have seen, I'm pretty impressed, but like I said, I haven't had a chance to use him yet. I do have him, I think he's Legendary 3 right now, and his powers and gear are almost maxed, but I'll get with him more after Saturday when I can completely, or later today,
Okay. How about you, Kage? Have you played him? I couldn't remember if you geared him out.
I was in the process of gearing him out, and then I saw that he got no anti-evasion in his little new rework, so I thought, well, whatever. Back to the bench you go.
And Lou, I know you're pretty high on him. So what are your initial thoughts?
He's fantastic. He's just really good. I maxed him out, level 80, G11, L5, and his top power. What's that?
Not Rebirth, man? Come on.
Not Rebirth. Ready for this? I now have one Rebirth crystal. Thank you, WB. It's the scarcest resource in the game. I mean, come on. One Rebirth tune every other month is the rate we're getting them right now. So,
yeah, I really hope they open that up soon because I'm dying to rebirth some characters.
I'm now just going to take Black Adam to RB5. I'm going to have the frags, this month, and that's what I'm going to do. But let's go back to Flash. So I love him. I hated, I don't want to say I hated the Flash. I just couldn't use the Flash because he kind of sucked. I mean, there was no point in using him. His damage was bad. Wonder Girl food, what's the point? But the few changes that they did make are huge difference. First of all, he's it's like he smoked crack or something. He goes nonstop. The guy's on speed, and you can buff on turn 1, and then as soon as you get that first buff, it's off to the races, and then he just annihilates the entire enemy.
Yeah,
and you know what? Even with the evasions, all right, so you want to be smart. If you're going to play against Batgirl and you want to bring in the Flash, do yourself a favor and maybe run Steppenwolf. But if you do run Steppenwolf, he will beat the crap out of the other teams.
Yeah, you got to be careful a little bit with Wonder Girl, but I was surprised that Wonder Girl doesn't just whip him down as fast as I thought she would. He actually seems to hold up, especially if you're using Donna Troy, because his speed ups stack and then he gets the awareness and he can survive the whip.
Right. Well, so right now, if you run him with Donna Troy, he doesn't work at all. He's totally broken.
If you've taken your 5. I left mine off and it works fine.
Well, yeah, but I'm dumb and I maxed him out because why not?
Well, you didn't know.
I'm Loot. I'm an idiot. I always max him out. So he will get those awareness from Donna Troy, and then he's going to take a turn just for the hell of it because he just keeps going and going, and then he's going to give that awareness to the enemy. But what I found was I can run him against Batgirl without using Steppenwolf, and I could run him with Hal Jordan as lead, and Hal will take care of Harley Quinn, and I don't know, it seems to work out. I seem to be able to win.
Yeah, I ran a bunch of teams with Jay Garrick and him, and I had some fairly decent success running him with surprisingly, ᶸROL and Mary and a few of the other speed up combo characters. And once he stacks those speed ups, you're right. He can punch, 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 punch. He doesn't do a ton of damage, but he packs so often that even like green and blue characters, he does an okay amount of damage to.
Do you want to know all of the insider info only owls get access to? Like,
Hey Owls, don't tell anyone, but I'm gonna give you the secret to the Alliance boss so that we can win. When you attack the boss and kill him, you get points. And when he dies, you kill him again. And you get more points.
Whoa, that's like seeing into the Matrix.
become a Patreon now for only $1 a month. Just go to patreon.com/WROL broadcast and get access to a special episode available only to insiders.
This recording will self-destruct.
Yeah, because he gets so many turns. So let's say he hits for 4K on a basic, but if he goes 4 times in a row, he just hit for 16,000.
Yeah, so that's actually not bad. So I warmed up to him. Like I said, he doesn't purge and he doesn't have anti-evasion, so you're a little bit limited to what you can attack. But
I agree.
I've been running him on teams where somebody else fills those roles and he's fine. So, and he actually is a little more plug and play than I would have expected.
I've really been enjoying him. I think he's fun. Watching him take that many turns constantly, it just makes it's really fun to actually watch it happen.
Yeah. And when you're facing him, he just never stops taking turns.
That's right. You got to shut him down quick.
Especially in Siege. He does so much damage in Siege and then just punches like a maniac.
Siege hasn't happened yet, dog.
Not Siege, I meant to say Red Alerts.
Yeah, I've been playing Red Alerts every day now for the last 3 or 4 days. And there's a lot of rebirth flashes in Red Alert for me.
There really is. I've had a lot of them too.
And he's a beast. He can definitely take a hit, and he packs a punch.
I've been having more fun in Red Alerts. Oh, not Red Alerts. Yeah, Red Alerts lately. I
Me
started
too.
doing them. I hadn't done them in so long, and then once Rebirth became a thing, I started doing them, and it's more fun than I remembered.
I have enough frags to take him to RB2, but I wouldn't waste my token, my RB crystals on him.
So let's go through his abilities. His first ability, Speed Punch. Light damage to an enemy, 50% chance to strike twice, gain 1 speed up. I see a lot of people saying this probably should be the first legendary upgrade, which I would take it second personally, but I could see the argument because a lot of times you don't even want to use this 3. I use this basic more than anything anymore.
I use his basic and his buff.
Yeah, I probably
I don't really use his 3.
I occasionally will cast it. His second ability, gain 2 speed ups, 100% chance to purge 2 debuffs from Flash, gain debuff immunity, which that debuff immunity is mighty useful. And then if he has debuffs, you can just get rid of them. So I usually use this when I don't want to attack Harley and make her counter.
And you can't bleed him out, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Bleeds. Ogre's never returning between him and Hal Jordan.
Well, yeah, Hal Jordan really shut down that bleed team for sure. Plus Flash. I mean, Flash just gives himself the immunity constantly, and especially if you run him with Donna Troy, he always has access to his buff move. So I actually don't even use his 1. I use his 2. That's the only move I use when I run him with Donna Troy. And then every time I buff him, he just keeps going and going and going.
His third ability, damage to an enemy, plus 10% damage per speed up on Flash, max 100%. Cooldown -1 for his legendary upgrade, and 50% chance to gain 30% turn meter. That is useful because if you do have a ton of speed ups, you'll do a ton of damage. So I do cast it when I've stacked up pretty heavily.
He can knock out Green Arrow lead. He can take out Green Arrow turn 1 with that 3 move.
Yeah, if it crits, it will definitely happen.
Yeah.
His best ability in my mind, and this is what I would recommend first for legendary upgrade, is his passive ability, It's called one speed. 41% chance to use speed punch on a random enemy at the end of each ally's turn if Flash has 3+ speed ups. Plus, the legendary upgrades an extra 25% chance to use red streak, which is his 2. So, if this ability, when he has 3 speed ups, he'll just randomly use his basic, and then he has a 25% chance to self buff. So I find that to be extremely good because you can just stack the speed ups.
I'm kind of sad that they took out the extra attack on the speed vortex.
Yeah.
Is that what it used to be? I don't even remember.
Well, I think they're wanting to make it so it's just all about his basic, which means basic's so much better now. It is definitely useful. Then his final passive is his 5th ability, Flashpoint, get an additional speed up each time Flash gains a speed up on his turn, which that just helps you stack the speed ups even more. Then the legendary upgrade, all Flash attacks ignore awareness if he has 3+ speed ups, which I personally don't find that to be that useful, but I mean, occasionally when there's Donna Troy on the team, which she's on a lot of teams, and she doesn't have taunt up, you can use it to attack. I've seen where, I can't remember whose video it was, somebody in our alliance, they posted a video where it just, they were able to kill Hired Gun Deadshot on turn 2 because they got rid of, I think they used Hal Jordan to get rid of Donna Troy's taunt, and then they were able to just ignore the awareness and kill Hired Gun Deadshot immediately. So that I could see there's going to be limited instances where that's used, but currently it's bugged. If you have Donna Troy on your team, you'll give the other team awareness instead. So far, I haven't taken it.
So, okay, real quick, while we're touching on that legendary, I gotta say, it's hot garbage. That legendary is hot garbage. Don't even take it anyway. Because if you have an opportunity to ignore an awareness and he doesn't do any damage, first of all, no damage. Okay, little bit damage, so it's not that useful.
Yeah,
and
if you don't kill the person, it's actually less useful than not.
Right, and then your teammates still got to deal with the awareness, so they have to deal with attacking that awareness anyway. So it doesn't. I'd rather him purge the awareness with his extra attacks rather than just ignoring it and then having my teammates deal with it later.
The only the counter argument to that is if he takes 4 or 5 turns with a speed punch, there's a good chance he'll kill people while ignoring the awareness. But yeah, you're right.
Well, how often is that going to happen? That's like so infinitesimally small.
Yeah, you got a good point. It might actually be worth just completely ignoring.
So maybe that's the last upgrade.
Oh, right? I definitely. So let's talk legendary order. Right now, my thoughts are 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. Anybody agree or disagree on that?
I think that's pretty good. I think 4 is a really solid first choice, and it's also worth
I was torn
noting
between those two.
It's worth noting, the gate here is if he has 3+ speed ups. Dude, he always has at least 3 speed ups. So the gate is so low that this passive procs all the time. It's all the time.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you. 4, 1, 2, 3, 5.
I think you can go either way with 4 and 1. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He'll shine probably just around L2.
Yeah,
L3.
I think Legendary 2 is probably... Legendary 3 is the ideal point, but Legendary 2, I think he's perfectly viable.
The only reason why I would say you want the rest of the legendaries isn't even for necessarily the skills. You want the stats.
Yeah, but you can upgrade him.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't have to take the legendary, but just to make sure that, like, when you take him to L5, you're doing that really for the stats. You want the extra health. You want the extra damage.
But for those of the people out there that don't have enough Legendary Essence or your lower tier, Legendary 2, you're good to go.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think people are going to use him in Siege.
Oh, yeah, he'll be a character that we'll see a fair amount of play, I think.
And who knows, maybe I'll bring in my Wonder Girl and it'll be a party.
Balanced as
I'll
all.
be that jerk.
Wait, I wasn't the guy that was running the Batgirl meta in Siege last time.
That was you, Nate.
I don't remember who was doing that
wasn't me.
hate mail.
No, I didn't run Batgirl.
You were running Batgirl, Scarecrow, Donna Troy, someone.
I did right at the end to be a jerk.
Yeah, you did. You were like, I'm stopping the bleeding of points.
Yeah, I forgot I did that last week because I was losing so many points. All right, so let's wrap that up with for Flash. Adam, any final thoughts?
No, kind of got me excited. We need to hurry up with this podcast so I can get to working on him. No, he does. I think the rework was a good one. Definitely, they did a good job with them, and
Yeah, they've been getting better on these reworks.
yeah. I mean, I've noticed that. I think we all agree there have been some reworks that have been actually considered downhill. Maybe Blue Beetle would be a good example, but it seems like recently, if they do an upgrade to a player or to a hero, or whatever, then it's pretty significant change.
Yeah, Hal Jordan was fantastic. And Flash.
Hal Jordan and Black Adam, man, two best in 6 months.
Exactly. All right, guys. So let's wrap this up. Next.
Hi, this is ᶸROL88, DC Legends moderator. Thank you for listening to this episode of WROL Broadcast. If you liked the show, please help them out by becoming a Patreon and earn special rewards. Just go to patreon.com/WROL Broadcast. Please don't subject us to the creepy ogre news voice.